G'day everyone, welcome to this week's instalment of my Flosstube channel, my cross stitching progress. It's a gloomy day here in the South Island of New Zealand, so I have put the overhead light on, but it always makes the colours a bit iffy, although when I play it back it's not quite so bad. So, something in my eye. I want to thank everyone who took the time to comment with me last week. It was quite fun having a chat with people. I have one more stash purchase arrival. So I've now had four of the five, and the fifth one I think is completely lost, and I can't do anything until the 4th of July. So I'll share that with you later on. I have got 3 projects to share with you this week. Last week was the mid-rotation free slot, so I did a bit of work on project 1 which I missed completely when my mother was in hospital. So I'll get on and show you those things and share my stash, and I think that's about it. I don't think there's anything I wanted to talk about. I don't talk about much, I just waffle. Anyway, for those that keep asking about my cough, I have enrolled in a doctor. I haven't had a doctor for 5 years since I came back to New Zealand. I have actually enrolled in a doctor. And last week when I really needed to see the doctor, they told me I wouldn't be able to see a doctor until this week because I've got to do the paperwork. Dear loves. So I said I will just continue to use the chemist then, shall I? And she said yes. So I found some industrial strength cough lollies at the chemist, and they have worked wonders in that I have managed to talk for almost 2 minutes and I haven't coughed yet. So I probably don't need to see the doctor now, but we'll just see. Anyway, I now do at least have a doctor. That's a big step forward than from before. Anyway, waffle. Right, so project 1 that I worked on in the free slots last week is Little House Needleworks Orchard Valley Quilting Bee, and I am still in this top corner here. That's about roughly where I'm at, and I am working now down here. So I have got this done, and all of that done, and I'm finishing off this, which will finish off the first page. So where to pile? If you could see all the stuff piled here, you would know why I'm going where to pile. So I have just done the border around there, and then there's just a bit of filling in some lines and some flowers. So I should hopefully get that block finished, or that quarter of this main central block, excuse me, finished when it comes up in the rotation again in about a month. Towards the end of the month it'll come back up again in the rotation. So, and that's everything so far. So this is on lamb's wool. This one doesn't have the tag, no. I think it's probably 28 count or 32, and I'm using the DMCs. I haven't got anything further in front of me to help with that. So then I gave housekeeper a day, and really I just was aiming to get this bottom bee skip done. So I have basically done all of that is done now, pretty much. So I have got the last bee skip done, and I can't see what I'm showing you. You're not going to get the colours very well. They are lovely, and there's just enough interest to make them not a dark blob each. So I have just now got to finish all the vines with the leaves and acorns, and the lady with a pink flowery bum and some bees, and it's done. So hopefully, I had set this as a goal because I was going to do a stitch along in September, which I'm not now going to do. I had set this as a goal to be finished by the end of August, and I'm still trying to work to that. So project 5 started, this is day 3, on Saturday, I think. My maths works. Project 5 is Santa's Village, Little Country Cottage Needleworks, and this is part 3, North Pole Post Office. And when I showed it to you last, I had got a bit of the candy stripe at the top, the pole here and the letterbox and some of the letters. And I have got some of the house started now and most of the candy stripe finished. I'm loving this pink here. That's Week's Blue Coat Red, apparently. Yeah, that's right, because this is Louisiana hot sauce. But I really like that. So that's coming along nicely. I got quite a bit of it done at Stitchy Group yesterday. This is the progress so far, parts 1, 2. So we're getting there, eventually. And again, that's on lamb's wool. I think all of these are actually on lamb's wool of some variation. And I'm using the call for DMC and specialty threads for Farmhouse Christmas. Okay, so those are my 3 projects. So I've done some stitching today, so I probably won't do any more now. I will get on with uploading the video and everything this afternoon. So one more day of that tomorrow, and then I'm on to my Quaker for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then I'm on to Lucy Calcott, so I should have 3 things to show you next week. But don't hold your breath for the 5th parcel. Okay, on to my stash acquisition. So yesterday at Stitchy Group I actually swapped a chart. My little 12 houses sampler by the Drawn Thread. I swapped that chart with the host of Stitchy Group who had just finished the Drawn Thread sampler game board. So we just did a swap. So yeah, I've got no immediate plans to stitch it other than I do like all the little houses in it. If you know this, you know I don't think it's going to show up very well. The houses face one direction and all the elements in between the houses face the opposite direction. I think if and when I do this, I will be doing this to be framed, so I'm probably going to put the elements in the same direction of the houses, not upside down. I don't think I could cope with that. If I was to do something different with it, then maybe, but I think that it will be, they'll all face the same direction, pretty much, and this is just done on DMC. On a natural Dublin linen. Yeah, so anyway, I'll just file that away for now. So that was a swap. Now then, my order from Australia arrived. And in this I went there specifically because I was after, and I haven't taken them out of the plastic, these Plum Street stacked animals. So this is goat load, goat load, which is great. There's 3 goats, one on top of each other there. Then I have sheep heap, and there's little flowers in the bottom sheep. I like the middle sheep, the stripe in the middle. And my favourite, which is snort stack, which is absolutely cool. So, and I noticed they each have a bee in them too. Then to round out, to make good use of the envelope basically across the Tasman and all of that, I added, this is Gigi R's Elizabeth Anderson 1775 sampler. It's not going to show. I really like the border. Am I going to be able to do it on that? So just do it from bottom up to the top. So that will just get filed away for future reference. And another chart that now I'm a little bit iffy on. I must have liked it when I saw it, but now I'm as I say, I'm not sure. But I got it to go on my presidential blue wall to be, because I haven't finished anything yet, but I have plans. So this is Willow Hill Sampling's Quaker Bird Sampler, and it's not going to be very easy to see because it's a dark picture anyway. So I apologise, you're not going to get a very good look at them. That's probably why I'm like, I don't know. But we'll see. I'll just file it away. It's 103 by 330 stitches, so it's not a huge, but anyway, so that's my lot. I don't think there's anything else to share. Nope. Okay, I shall just try not to waffle. I shall go and upload this. I hope you get to stitch everything you want to stitch this week, and I will catch you next week with a further instalment of my projects and the whereabouts of the missing parcel, because I will have emailed them by the end of the week. Still deciding whether I will ring up Courier Posts again and get them to look on their super duper tracker that they looked on. We'll see. I'm not sure. I'm going to do a little bit of investigating on 123 Stitch and see if they had everything. I don't know whether I want to trust them to resend. I've never had problems with them in the past. We'll see. Anyway, waffle, I'm going. I will catch you next week, and brain fart. Take care, everyone.